I'm a little bit outside of my usual habitat. Last, let's say 10, 15 days have been quite interesting. I'm gonna do this in two parts. I'm gonna show you what I did for my casual birding surveys and just general birds that I found all over the place. And I'm gonna show you the second part, which would be what we've seen during tours that I was guiding in Croatia.
This period of last couple of days was absolutely amazing because it started with the golden eagle, first one for the year. This was not an adult bird, and it was in this beautiful habitat around Plitvice Lakes National Park. Fields like these are usually filled with birds. Mostly it's Eurasian skylark, and this time I managed to actually take a photo of one bird that was singing while descending, as you can hear. In more continental part of Croatia, this ring-necked pheasant was giving me a really nice show. It was a beautiful adult male that was calling just a few moments ago. Hopping from one place to another, I went to Plitvice Lakes National Park where I saw this beautiful male black woodpecker. And while I was conducting surveys, it was very inquisitive and was not happy that I was there. Black woodpecker is the largest woodpecker in Europe, and it is absolutely stunning bird.
Just want to take a moment and say if you like this video so far and if you enjoy this kind of content, consider leaving a like, comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel. You can find it right here.
Moving from that, a white-backed woodpecker was also absolutely everywhere. And on Plitvice Lakes, we have Eurasian tree creeper. In Croatia, Eurasian tree creeper usually stays in higher elevations, while short-toed tree creeper stays in lower elevation. Lesser spotted woodpecker was also giving us some really nice views. It kept drumming and kept staying in this location while I was conducting surveys for other woodpecker species, and it just didn't want to be bothered doing some nice preening. And it's our smallest woodpecker in Europe. How cool of a bird is it? Also, while conducting surveys, I heard something weird and I had to investigate. And yes, it was the willow tit. It is another one of our high altitude mountain species, and this one was singing the entire time. These are different than the other tits because these actually create their own cavities by pecking the soft trees to create a nesting hole. During that time, I also found the gray wagtail that are very common in the mountainous area as well. And during the spring, you can hear lots of missel thrushes singing from absolutely everywhere and being almost disruptive to your surveys. First hoopoe for the year was seen in Spain, but this is the first one that I took a photo and video of, and it was just before I saw one of my favorite birds for the week. While I did record this bird during my woodpecker survey, this is not a woodpecker, it is actually closely related to rollers and bee eaters. But this was what I was excited about. Eurasian three-toed woodpecker is my favorite woodpecker species in Croatia, as it is our woodpecker that inhabits coniferous and deciduous forests of high altitude. It goes to areas of the forest where trees are already dead or are dying, or in recently burned forest, and it would go and look for wood-boring beetles. Compared to other woodpecker species, it has only 3 toes. Other woodpecker species have 4 toes on their feet. Sometimes three-toed woodpecker can be really hard to find, especially because it inhabits these high altitude areas that are not often accessible. And as I was finishing my work for the day, in the distance I saw one bird landing on a tree in front of me, and I put my scope on and I saw this beautiful Ural owl. Ural owl is not our biggest owl, but it is one of the ones that is more difficult to find. They can be very active during the day, especially during the colder months, but often you can hear them vocalizing throughout the year. They do prefer old growth forests, So forests on Plitvice lakes are absolutely perfect habitat for them. If you ever are in the area of Plitvice Lakes National Park, if you up during the night, this is exactly the owl that you might hear. But if you want to have a guide to take you and show you Ural owl, feel free to contact me.
And this is it for part one. Part two will come in a couple days uh, when I'm done editing and preparing it for you guys. But until then, there might be some stories on my other socials, so you might want to check that. And now I need to leave you and board my plane because more birds are coming, and I actually will see you this time in the field.